Hi everyone, happy Friday. Module 5, Scholarly versus Popular Sources. Let's take a look. Alright, so when conducting research, you need to be able to differentiate between popular and scholarly sources. Popular sources are magazines, newspapers, trade journals, whereas scholarly sources, which you may hear referred to as peer-reviewed, refereed, academic, have key differences that you should know. Scholarly sources are intended for use in conducting research, whereas popular sources like magazines are intended for a general audience of readers, mostly to entertain or to keep informed, like in the case of newspapers. You should also be aware that the author of a scholarly source is going to be a scholar or researcher in the field with stated credentials. It will be someone very knowledgeable, an expert in the field, whereas staff writers and journalists are the authors of popular sources. So not necessarily someone who's an expert in the topic they're writing about. The editorial process is also different. If you're looking to publish your article in a magazine like People, you would likely need to submit your article to an editor, maybe two, but it's going to undergo a much less rigorous editorial policy or process than if you were going to submit your paper for publication in a scholarly journal. In that case, you will need to submit it to a panel of experts, right, in the field. They will have also PhDs and MDs, very knowledgeable. It will be a much lengthier process where they will take a look at, if it's a scientific original research, they're going to maybe recreate it and see if they get the same results. If it's a literature review, they will also look at your sources and take a look at your discussion and your conclusions. But we'll take a look at the difference between those two things, original research and literature review, in the next module. Other differences having to do with the structure of the articles. For magazines, you'll see right away they're very attractive, very catchy. You may have a celebrity on the cover, lots of colors and letters that are geared to grab your attention. 10 ways to this or that, right? The articles are going to be shorter to fit your attention span of the general public. Casual language, plenty of illustration, plenty of ads, whereas scholarly sources are going to have no ads. They're going to be longer. Scholarly articles will be written in complex discipline-specific language, so you will have to have a bit of background information in the field, in the discipline, to understand the content. They will also have specific sections. So, for instance, in the instance when it's a scientific research or an original research, you will have like a method section, a discussion, results, etc. You will also notice a digital object identifier or DOI number assigned to the article, and this is sort of like, I like to think of it like an SSN that we have. They have a DOI. All right, let's take a look at the main differences. All right, so your task this week was to locate an academic article and a popular article on the same topic using the Academic Search Complete EBSCO database. And what were the two major differences? And just to review, you can always use a link, but the way to get there is to hover over academics, click on libraries to arrive at the Learning Resources website, and then underneath the search box you have these blue links. Select the databases link and then scroll down to find Academic Search Complete. That's the EBSCO database, the very first EBSCO database. You have 44. So when you click on that, you get to the main page, and the trick, remember, from we learned in other modules, was to click on Choose Databases to select all, so that you can search all simultaneously, and then click OK, and then enter your search terms in the search bar. So have a great weekend, everyone.